back. But we have to give them their golden thumbs, not a chili finger, but a golden thumb. I'd like to call off the directors, Ed Binda and Stephen Helsted. Please come out.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's a real thing.
We have a tradition at Ebertfest. You get a golden thumb,
Wow,
thumbs
that's all
up.
5 fingers, too.
Actually, it looks like you got 2 thumbs up.
Hey, all right. Hey, that's why there's 2 of us. You're right.
And now, please help me welcome to the stage John Goodman and Judy Greer. And Judy, I can't give you a finger, but I can give you a thumb.
I'll take it. Thank you. Okay. I work out,
And this is
but
John. But they're so heavy, we're
it
going
is
to take them
actually
backstage. And
really
yell.
heavy. But I love that about this. Oh.
It's a major award. Fragile must be Italian.
Thank you.
We're gonna have to squat.
Oh my gosh, it's so heavy.
We will give them to you at the end, and we're going to call Richard Roper out to be the moderator. Richard Roper,
Okay.
come on out.
Do I sit here?
Totally.
Okay. Oh boy.
It's colossal.
All right. Yeah, I was working with an obsidian blade backstage trying to chop off a couple of the fingers off the golden thumbs, but we ran out of time. Congratulations on the film, everybody.
Thank you.
I'm going to start with Stephen and Ed. And, as you saw, this is sort of kind of inspired by a true story. So my question is, did it start with the screenplay? Was that the first idea of the script? Can we talk a little bit about
Yeah, it started with that just initial true story that some of you may be familiar with. Back in 2005, a woman found a finger in her bowl of Wendy's chili, which, yeah, just was the perfect jumping off point for a dark comedy, which is a genre that Ed and I love so much. So started writing the script in 2020 during COVID, which was just the perfect script incubator. And then brought the first draft to Ed a few months later, and we spent really the next 4 or 5 years developing it, getting cast attached, getting financing, and we were lucky enough to shoot it last year.
That's actually not that long of a turnaround in the grand scheme of things,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
movies
definitely.
can go 10, 15, 20 years before in development. Yeah, I love this genre. Obviously, a lot of the Coen Brothers films, but also even something like Before the Devil Knows You're Dead, A Simple Plan, I, Tonya. There's always that one idea that's a bad idea that gets so bad that halfway through the movie they go, I just want to give everything back and go back to where I was. So can you guys talk about, did you think of films like that when you were working on the script?
Yeah, people keep mentioning these Coen brothers. We should probably look them up.
Who's that? I got a guy.
No, I mean, clearly we love dark comedy and we love, subverting and bending genre, and filmmakers, certainly the Coens have inspired us, of contemporary filmmakers, Ari Aster and Paul Thomas Anderson. They do a lot of really cool stuff. But what was really fun about the script and when Stephen brought it to me is that, as funny as it is, we always really wanted to approach it as a drama, and it's about a mother grieving and dealing with this particularly intensive moment in life. And so for us, it was always approaching it as a drama, all the way through, and then trusting that the comedy would come from that. And so those are filmmakers we really admire, the ones who manage to make it seem so serious. And yeah, Simple Plan and Sam Raimi's made a great career out of that too. So yeah, a lot of great influences.
Before we get to our stars, I just want to ask you a little bit about the location shootings. With,
Right here,
Yeah,
right here in Central
Champaign, Illinois.
We shot this movie in Champaign, Urbana, Paxton, Monticello,
Rantoul.
Rantoul.
Let's hear it. You know, and I love it. One of my coming up in newspapers, as Roger and I did and Gene Siskel did, I love seeing the local newspaper when they write the stories. You know, Hollywood comes to our town. You know, John Goodman spotted walking. You know, and it gets. But the excitement.
Judy Greer
I don't
ate a
say that in a
sandwich.
condescending way. I think it's fantastic. I love that love of movies. But can you talk about why you chose those locations, guys?
Yeah, I mean, it was important to us to capture that spirit of the Midwest. And Illinois, Ed and I came out here like a year before we started filming.
Wherever Sarah Sharp is.
yeah.
Sarah Sharp has hosted us for
Hey,
years.
there she is. Yeah,
Thank
we crashed on Sarah Sharp's guest bedroom, and then on top of that, it was like the city and the area was a perfect partner in coming alongside us to support us in making the project. And that was,
Yeah,
people,
absolutely.
all of the local craftspeople, people coming down from Chicago, that allowed us to make the film we wanted to make.
Yeah.
And you know, there are practical like as creatively perfect as this location was, you know, the state of Illinois has chosen to invest in the arts, and they have chosen to provide tax credits. And I do not live here, but Illinois brought me here because they provided our independent movie incredible financial resources and incentives for us to be able to stretch. And again, Flyover Studios, Brett Hayes, they are geniuses in making our money go to work. So it became not only a creative match, it became a practical match, and this was made by an incredible team of IATSE union craftspeople.
IATSE, yes. I have family
So, yeah.
members in IATSE. Go IATSE.
Yeah, so
Yes.
it all just overlapped, and I mean, if you liked the movie, it's because we made it in the perfect
Yeah.
place.
Really well done. All right, Judy Greer.
Yes.
Hello. In a career filled with memorable performances, I think this is very near the top of some of your finest work. So layered and so rich, and you had such a great character to work with. And to what you guys were saying, I mean, yes, it's a dark comedy, but you're in the middle of a Wisconsin Bergman film, basically, right? You know, it's like, can you talk a little? Yeah, it's like scenes from a marriage. Yeah, hey there. So, can you talk a little bit about? Did you think about the background? Because I feel like we have someone who, for close to 20 years, sublimated everything in favor of her daughter because she loves her daughter. But once her daughter's gone, everything kind of explodes.
Yeah, it does, right? Like when your kids leave, you have this hole that you thought. I really was. First of all, I have to say, like all of that is in the script, obviously. So thank you. This young man wrote a movie about a woman in midlife whose daughter moves away.
It's writing.
He really loves his mom. Who's here?
Who's
by
here?
the
My mom is
way?
here.
Oh, Mom.
And I think I caught her filming that answer.
And she is nothing like Jess.
I think that this is, well, I didn't want to approach it like it was a dark comedy because I really wanted to kind of, I wanted to make this character relevant to the women in my life, including my mom and my aunts, but all my friends. And as our kids are getting old and as they're moving out, and you get so excited about it and then they're gone and then you're like, crap. I thought that there was just so much beauty in this character, even though she makes a really crappy decision.
And another, and
And then
another,
another.
and another.
Series of.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah.
And Sean Astin is so great too, and
My
you're
God.
you're
Come
dynamic,
on,
right?
Like,
The president of SAG.
But what I loved is that like he just doesn't see you, I guess. I mean, he's not a bad guy. He's got all his interests, and his interests. You're like, doesn't have to be polka night, you know. So can you talk a little bit about the dynamic with him? Because you don't want that marriage to be a caricature of a terrible marriage. It's just a marriage that
sorry to interrupt. I think he doesn't see her. I think she doesn't see him. I think they've just really lost sight of each other. And I mean, there's, again, like there's this empty space now where they have to fill it, and you kind of do lose touch with your mate for a while when you're raising kids or a kid. And so, plus maybe there's like a small bit of hormones that are getting replaced in Jess, and so I think there's a lot of that too. And I appreciate their relationship, because I think when I watch it, I am like, oh gosh, why don't you guys just talk about this? But they don't have a lot of communication yet. They maybe seem to have lost it. And I don't know, I'm just like obsessed with Sean Astin in this role. He's so good. I found myself sometimes in scenes just watching him and then thinking, I'm in this scene too. I have to now act again, but God, he's so good.
Yeah, every moment. Yeah, every moment. Mr. John Goodman, ladies and gentlemen. I want to ask you about working with Bryan Cranston. You've done that before. You've been in films where you didn't have scenes, but then you've had a film where you've had scenes. Yeah, Argo, you're together.
Argo, we went on the press tour, which I hate.
No.
Thanks for having us, Ebertfest.
No, Cranston loves talking.
No.
So
Again.
they teamed us up, and I said, my man.
I kind of feel like Dave's a spiritual cousin to Walter from Lebowski.
They
Those
could have
guys.
served together.
Yeah, they could have served together. So can you talk a little bit about working with him? Because I feel like you're elevating each other's games, because Cranston comes to play.
That's what it felt like. We're playing a little tennis or something. Yeah, it was a happy circumstance, because he's just great. I just hung on to him and watched him.
Just come along
You
for the
kind of
ride.
have to. He's just watch him.
Well, you're also playing a character who's got a lot, pent up. Even the name is amazing. It's like we got Blake Jr. the second, which is new. But can you talk a little bit? What did you when you were reading the script for this? Was there a moment you said, "I'm gonna play that guy. I want to play that guy"?
Oh yeah. From the very beginning. Yeah, absolutely. That's funny, right? When we were pulling away in that truck in the last shot, they pulled me over for overacting. I said, I got a court date here in June.
In Paxton, so it'll be a local thing again. I got to do a little self-indulgent moment here. 26 years ago, the first taping I did with Roger Ebert, before I officially became the co-host, they were bringing in various guests, and so the first show we reviewed My Dog Skip, I remember, Drowning Mona, The Next Best Thing, and a Mike Nichols movie called What Planet Are You From? Featuring
We were in Mike's absolute worst movie.
We were in one.
Yeah, I work with Mike Nichols.
Yeah, like of the one movie that he made that was.
Well, I'll tell you.
It wasn't our fault, by the way.
No, it was.
We were great.
It was that Mike Nichols, yeah. And then Gary
everyone's
Shandling,
like, oh my
of course.
God, yeah, Mike Nichols is so great. Well,
Ben Kingsley brought it down, and that Benning dragged it. But I just thought that was an amazing coincidence. I will tell you this: Roger and I disagreed on that movie, and I'll leave it at that. He was very disappointed in me, I'll just say. But but it's just kind of amazing. So your scenes with Judy, John, where you guys are, there's all this back and forth. Your character's pretty sure from the start this is bullshit. Yet then there's a little sympathy, and can you just talk about working with this wonderful actress?
Well, yeah, my daughter's pretty much gone for me, not in real life, but the character, we're pretty much hit a wall, and I think he finds a substitute somehow in her. He gets to save her, and until the very end, something's off. I don't think he'll ever figure it out. Can I have another beer and keep going north?
Yeah.
Yeah, that feels like we might not be coming back from that trip.
At least one of us isn't, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I just
Yes,
tell a short story about when I did What Planet Are You From? That I was a child and I was so starstruck by John. I've told you this, but I don't think you don't have to remember this, but I was so starstruck by him, like, I was like nervous, and I told the hair and makeup people, and I think maybe they told you, and then one day we were in the tent at lunch, and it was, I was by myself with my little tray, and you were sitting at a table, and you had some French fries, and I was walking by, and you were like, they gave me too many French fries, do you want to sit and have some with me? And I was like, yes. And I sat with you and ate some of your French fries for a few minutes until you had to go and get. Anyway, I was like, I am gonna quit now because I've had French fries with John Goodman, and now I can move back to Michigan and go to grad school, and that's a great career.
And we're so glad you didn't.
It could be your next book. I had French fries with John Goodman and other stories behind the scenes. I want to go back to the guys for a second, because the co-directing thing, and we've mentioned some other people who do that, but how do you navigate that? Is there a moment where the coin gets flipped, or it's not height? You don't want that. So.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I would say, like, we were very blessed to have a lot of prep time going into the shoot. So we storyboarded extensively, and a lot of the decisions that sometimes you're faced with on set, like, well, where are we putting the camera next, and what's our blocking here? We were able to have ahead of time. So that gave us the room and the freedom to, I think, be open to new ideas from our incredible talent. But yeah, I mean, it was always, we would call cut, and we'd both look at each other and go like, all right, what do you think?
What do we feel about? And I always sit on the right. This is how we sit.
Yeah, I'm always on the left. And yeah, we decide on what the notes are and
Yeah.
divide and conquer.
And I think to his point is, like, we storyboarded with an incredible artist, Kayla Carlisle, and it's the two of us simulating and acting out these scenes, and what if we move over here, and then and then on set, something that I think is really important.
Which one was Judy when you would do this work for her?
We would take turns.
Yeah, we'd take turns.
It's fun.
And I don't know if our Georgia Hill, who was our incredible assistant during this, I don't know if she's here. Great, I can't see. But she would come be a stand-in. At one point, she was a stand-in for the car. This is a big part of our process is there was no real improv. Everything was on the page.
Okay.
And what was critically important about that for us is that all those micro actions that Brian and John, Judy, and Madeline Wise, who plays Blake Jr. the second,
Yeah.
her eyes and all of that, is what we found is when we freed our actors up from trying to write, it opened up their instruments, and it was so incredible to watch them be specific with their performance. And so that was a fun part about directing together, is we got to become very specific on set because we had done a lot of the high level well before we got there.
That's the way to do it. Are we going to take questions, right? Is that true? Do we have microphones? Are we doing that?
What is time at
Okay, so
Ebertfest?
as we set up for that, I'm going to ask you, Chaz knows I love to ask this question, and this is for all the movie lovers. I'm going to ask each one of you, and we'll start at the end. The question is, if you could be on the set of one movie at any point, just to be an observer, what would be the film that you'd want to be on the set of?
I mean, probably Lord of the Rings for me. That was
Really?
just such an informative film for me growing up.
Utter nerd. you.
Being like on location.
But to see Peter Jackson, I mean, that would be pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's a brutal question.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's tough. I would love to watch the Coens work, honestly. From what I've heard, it sounds like they just have a ton of fun. And I think that was something we tried so hard to emulate. And so it'd be a real joy to watch them, hopefully, stay true to that vision.
Judy? And it could be a movie from the past, too. It doesn't
Yeah,
it could be,
my answer is from the past. The set of Tootsie, I love that movie, and I would love to have been on that set.
John, one movie you could be on the set of. Not one that you were in.
On the waterfront.
God, those were great answers.
Way to go, guys.
Stand by Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, those are good choices. Do we have?
We have a question in the balcony
This
in
is
the
always
center.
fun trying to find.
In the
Oh, there you
center.
go. See, they're there.
Hello.
When will there be a Chili Finger 2?
How much money do you have? We don't have current plans for a sequel to this movie, but what I can say is that Stephen and I look forward to continuing to make movies together. We look forward to hopefully continuing to make movies with the incredible cast, and genuinely I look forward to finding the opportunity to make more movies here.
I think a prequel would be pretty cool to this, to see these two 10 years earlier, what they were going through. Chillfinger.
House left down front here, to your right.
Right here.
Judy, I have a question for you. Softball. Where did we accidentally book an Airbnb for you for the production?
Oh, yes, I stayed in Mr. Ebert's childhood home. While we shot this film, and there's a plaque on the sidewalk, and is it Carl Hospital? Is that the
Carl
right.
Park.
Carl Park. So it's right next to Carl Park. So we were often daylight dependent. So I would go home after work and I would take my scenes for the next day. And if anyone lives around there, you might have seen me walking the perimeter of the park, looking like I'm talking to myself, but I was not. I was running my lines for the next day. So yes, I stayed in Mr. Ebert's childhood home, and it was really adorable.
In the balcony, in the center.
This is for John. I've done some reading about you, and apparently part of your process is stillness and silence, and I wanted you to kind of embellish on that.
Thank you.
This is why I had Cranston go on the tour with him. See? He's taking his seat now. He's like, I guess I'm not getting any more. I think over here.
Yes, I had a question for the actors. I was just wondering how your process might change shooting something on location versus in a studio or in Los Angeles.
Oh, it's very different. And personally, I find it easier to work on location because I have no distractions from home. I find that wherever I'm shooting, even if it's a location that's like subbing for another location, like it really influences the work and the character and like the people I'm talking to. Even where I get coffee in the morning before work, it influences everything. And so I'm glad my husband is not here to hear me say this. I probably prefer being on location to work because I just can get completely and utterly lost in the project and lose myself in the role, in the people. It's like going to summer camp. Like if anyone went to summer camp, you go away and you lose yourself in summer camp and all the relationships in the place and all the things you do every day, and your routine changes and just adds so much. And then you go home and it's so bizarre. But being here and smelling the farms all around us and
It's a lovely way to put it.
some of the places where we shot, and eating the restaurants and going and getting coffee. Oh my gosh, at the Mad Goat and Elm
Going to
City
Jarlings.
Coffee and Jarlings for ice cream, and I just loved it. It added so much to the character, to the world we were making.
All the way house right here on the floor. Or I'm sorry, house left, your right.
Hi, this is a question for Judy. Rumor has it you like WEFT radio. What's that about?
Yo, shout out WEFT,
God.
90.1 FM.
Love WFT.
Community radio for East Central Illinois.
90.1
Yeah.
Tower Power time is 5 minutes to the beginning of 5 o'clock.
We love WEFT. We are official WEFties. Yeah, and WEFT was the soundtrack to us making this movie, really. I mean, we always had Weft on the radio. We were obsessed. We were wearing our Weft gear. He's got his button on, and we might have swung by Weft this afternoon, and you might hear our voices.
It was, because it would always take us like 30-ish minutes, always 30 minutes to get everywhere, which
Everywhere we shot.
on WEFT could be 30 minutes of music or 30 minutes of someone trying to find music.
Or clearing their throat.
Clearing, a lot of throat clearing.
And we loved it all. Still do.
Again, from the balcony to your left on the bottom.
Hi.
Hi. So I had questions about the ending, actually. I know endings can be pretty hard to write into a good film, but this one is really particular, and I think I would want to know maybe about why this was a good point to leave those characters in the story at that moment.
Yeah, well, I'll give Judy a shout out because when we initially sent you the script, this was not the ending. And I think that was your only note that you came back with was like, I think there could be a little bit something else. And yeah, put that challenge to us. And this is what came out of it. That googly eye entered the script at various points and tried it, entering at various points, or re-entered. And yeah, but this one just felt right when we came across it.
Did you like it? Okay.
It was a nice note, I thought.
House, right?
The first draft was Ron. It wasn't even Ron at Junior's. It was the very first ending was when Judy is injured when she's shot at her house. Ron is in the backyard mowing the lawn with those noise protector ear things. So as she's trying to call for help, he can't hear her because he's in his own little world. So, but yeah, Junior's was better.
That would have been brutal. I mean, even more brutal.
Yeah.
House right? Other right? I'm here with my youngest son, and he's about to go off to college, so now I'm a little bit worried about what my wife's going to be doing.
You should be.
But I have a question for the actors. Aside from this one, obviously, what was your favorite role that you played?
I'm asked that, and I never can make up my mind. I know there's a few I'd like to go back and really do. Everybody seems to like The Big Lebowski.
Yes. Well, I did this independent movie a few years ago called Eric LaRue that thank you. I'm very proud of that movie. But, I don't know. That's an impossible question because some of them are more special than others for different reasons.
I got a pretty good feeling that people are going to talk about Judy Greer and Chili Finger.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Can I just jump in and ask John this then, because that's such a tough question. Is there a role you've done or a film or part you've played that you wish had gotten a wider audiences, that you wish people would rediscover, that you just feel, because there's these, sometimes it's like, God, why didn't people?
No, some of them really deserved what they got.
That is true.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to think about that. I really do. I know there is, but I can't remember right now because I'm old and feeble.
All right.
Pardon me.
I will say it was fun though to visit
Right
John's
here
movie.
in front of you. Right in front of you, right here.
Hi, since you've got such a fascination with Jarlings and Weft, are you guys going to come back and work with the flyover and the local film industry?
Yeah.
I would love to.
Oh yeah, they're going to move here. They're never going anywhere ever again.
Yeah.
They have nothing on the horizon.
I've got a nice little
I'm going to take the
position
bullet
at
for
the
you.
university.
Oh, of course.
We would love to. I mean, and case in point, I mean, we're 2 hours into a Q&A that was supposed to start 3 hours ago or whatever. So, no, this is y'all are such a wonderful group of people, and the locations and Jarlanes and the Rose Bowl Tavern and
The Rose Bowl.
we got to just factors involved in that. And I wasn't kidding when I said Illinois created an opportunity for us to be here.
That's such a big thing. And what a great crowd to watch it with this audience and see how well it played.
Amazing.
This is an amazing audience.
I know, it was so fun. You guys were an amazing audience.
Right? Just fantastic. Why don't we do two more? How does that sound? Two more questions.
One from the balcony to your left.
Way up there.
Hi. Hello. Really loved the film. I thought it was a lot of fun and really poignant. I just wanted to know what went into the process of writing the script. What about this particular story really, compelled you to write the story? What, were there any changes to your usual process that, were required for the story? Just any thoughts you have to share?
Yeah, I would say the two biggest aha moments. The first was just discovering that Jess is an empty nester, and that unlocked so many interesting thematic ideas and things to explore that really excited me, because a woman finding a finger in her bowl of chili is an idea, but it's not a story. So that helped propel the narrative. And then the second thing was, in earlier drafts, it was much more of a whodunit, where Dave is sleuthing around, and a lot of the second act is trying to figure out did Jess do it, did she not? And it was incredibly freeing to be able to say, you know what, no, we're just gonna tell the audience that she did it. You're all smart people. And then that allowed for so many other interesting things to happen from there and allow the story to escalate from that point on.
That opening scene was so well choreographed and really beautifully edited too, because we get the and then, oh, it's okay. I mean, that just set the tone. It's a great scene setter. Okay, last one.
Last question, stage left, or over house left.
Oh, right there.
Hey, John. Thank you for your performance in this one. It was really great. You and Brian are real badasses, and I was just wondering if you guys maybe you felt you vibed off of each other's energies and kind of brought each other's badass out. Because I felt that.
Thank you. I agree.
Thank you very much, sir.
I think we're going to wrap it up because the American president's going to be starting at midnight the way things have been going today. So thank you all for your patience.
Thank you.
And this amazing group right here.
It's been amazing. Thank you.
Great audience. So much.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
I just want to say, because you have all of this audience here, of bringing this gift of a movie to Central Illinois.
You got it.
Anytime.
Thank you.
Ed and Steve and Judy and John, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks,
you
Richard.
so
Thanks,
much.
you all so much.
Thank you all.
Campaign audiences are the greatest in the world! Art parties!
And for those of you coming to American President, we're going to give you time for dinner, so we're going to start the movie at 8:30.